Welcome to the second part of the Merchant Marketer Seminar, the Sales Pitch Preparation Entry. 80% of the success is in preparation. If you work well, you will reach your goal faster and be more successful. If planning is the mental anticipation of what one intends to do in the future, then this starts with considering who actually my ideal target customers are. What makes them special? How do I recognize them? Also, the right equipment is required to achieve your goal. What do I need at what time as an aid or equipment? Have I packed an emergency suitcase at hand, with which I could quickly, as soon as opportunity arises, lead a sales pitch? How do I properly prepare for a sales pitch? Which auxiliary materials do I need? Observing the environment of the future partner company. Gathering information about the company. Business appearance. How do I properly invite? Elevator pitch. Before the initial contact, the trained merchant marketer gets a rough impression of the customer's environment, location, customer potential, competitors, etc. Thus prepared, the merchant marketer can better assess the merchant and incorporate the information gained in the customer dialogue. In this section of Part 2 of the Merchant Marketer online seminars, you will learn about how to prepare for the sales pitch to the best of ability. Think positive and have all documentation to hand. You will recognize your potential and get to grips with how to agree on deadlines. As part of this section, we will discuss how to get the conversation going. Pay particular attention to companies you regularly visit. Everyday products or used on a weekly or monthly basis. The goal of any sales pitch is completion. Otherwise, it is a superfluous chat. The induction of this decision is the main duty of a merchant marketer. Yet, not every merchant fits into the cashback world. Just as a fisherman knows which fish will be tempted by which bait, a true merchant marketer should also know which merchants are best suited to his offer. So, it is up to you as merchant marketer to define the matching criteria for a prospective merchant so that you can go fishing for these merchants. Successful merchant marketers explore the sales territory and concentrate their activities on merchants corresponding to the following prospective merchant criteria. Warm contact with business owners, decision makers. Recognizable, open-minded attitude to changes and customer orientation. Good location of the business with recognizable competitive situation. At the beginning, categorize your contact list. Use the Lyconet app to categorize your contacts. Everyone knows merchants in their local area, and merchants know other merchants. Setting an appointment. Make it clear that it is an important meeting and it will last between 45 minutes and 1 hour. Try to pick a quiet area without any distractions. Show up as a VIP, a very important person. Speak as an important person. Act as an important person, and treat your opposite like he is an important person as well. You should treat your conversation partner as an equal. Always plan your actions on a specified date. Background. The business owner should be able to concentrate on the meeting without any distractions from his daily business. Demonstrate special interest in this merchant and fight for his attention. We distinguish between 3 different ways to make an appointment: personally, by phone, by text message. Setting a personal appointment. Questions are a successful merchant marketer's most important tool. A well-prepared question will quickly bring about your first goal. For example, who in this company makes important advertising and marketing decisions? Note first and last name. Ask for the spelling of the name if you are unsure. Then ask to speak to the person, for example, with the following question: Is Mr. or Mrs. XYZ available at the moment? If your conversation partner is standing in front of you, introduce yourself shortly and ask if now is a suitable time for a conversation. If your conversation partner doesn't have time right now or is not currently present, then ask for a phone number and try to schedule a meeting via telephone. You should also ask when is the best time to reach the person. This will save you unnecessary calls. In order to waken the interest for a discussion, we recommend you step in at this point with questions showing interest. Deftly ask and uncover a problem with your question. For example, how much are your customers exposed to the temptations of other vendors' promises? The question should not be random. Rather, it should uncover an important merchant issue that cannot be answered with just yes or no. The question must be of interest to your merchant in order for him to agree to the meeting. Give yourself enough time to prepare such questions. For example, ask, how many customers did you lose to your competitors in the last year? Use the magnetic power of a buying motive. The questions may vary depending on the merchant's sector and orientation. If you cannot think of a suitable question, then you can start in another way. Show your particular interest in this merchant and attract his attention. For example, with the following phrase: In your region, we are seeking the best partners for our new marketing concept, and your business seems to me to be particularly suitable. I would like to invite you personally to be part of it from the beginning. In order to avoid driving around for nothing, plan your merchant conversation on a specific date. The phone can save a lot of time. An appointment by phone. 1. The greeting and introduction, for example. Hello, my name is John Doe. Can I speak with Mr. XY, please? Make sure that you have the right contact person on the phone. 2. Gain the interest of the merchant by using, for example, the following words. Hello, Mr. XYZ. My name is John Doe, and the reason I'm calling you is the following. We help owner-managed stores with a sophisticated marketing strategy, attract more new customers, and build effective customer loyalty, thus ensuring their corporate success in the long term. 3. Obtain a confirmation by using, for example, the following question. May I introduce you to our concept in more detail? 4. Make the appointment. For example, with alternative questions. Is it better for you in the morning or in the afternoon? Etc. I would need between 45 minutes and 1 hour to introduce you to our concept. 5. Once you have received the confirmation, you can take the next step. Ensure that possible co-decision makers take in the meeting as well. For example, Mr. or Mrs. XYZ, if what I have to say is of great interest to you, who else but yourself would have to sign off? For example, if your merchant says, my wife, answer accordingly. Would you like to ask your wife to join us? 6. Confirm the day and time and finish on a positive note. For example, great, Mr. Mrs. XYZ. I will see you next week at 10 o'clock on Thursday at Main Street 123. I'm looking forward to our meeting. Attention. If you receive a no, you definitely need a recommendation. It could go as follows. Mr. XYZ, it's a pity that I couldn't awaken your interest, but I would like to ask you a question since we are currently looking for suitable companies in your area to participate in our loyalty program. Could you recommend me a well-known entrepreneur in your area whom I may contact? I would really appreciate your recommendation. People tend to settle down a bit in regard to their guilty conscience, and so it is very likely that you might get a recommendation from an entrepreneur in this case. Furthermore, a recommendation at this point is the absolute door opener for your future progress. No explanations or sales conversations should ever be made over the phone. Why? A. The merchant will not understand everything and will become overwhelmed. B. The merchant marketer cannot obtain enough information on the merchant. There is no personal relationship, no connection. This is not sustainable. C. The merchant will possibly make his decision over the phone. This is unserious. D. The merchant marketer overburdens himself. A text message to set up a meeting should only be used on potential merchants if they are a friend and you know them very well. The Eric Wara approach is recommended in this case. For instance, schedule a simple appointment. Hello, Max. We need to talk about an important issue. Duration, max, 1 hour. Would you prefer Thursday at 10 or Friday at 4 p.m.? You certainly know at least 1 or 2 entrepreneurs personally. So I suggest you send a text message to the well-known entrepreneur right now. Send your text message now. You have 10 minutes time. Click on Pause now. Very often, you are in a situation where you have to explain in a very short time what you have to offer, whether it is in the elevator or while shopping or at the airport. You don't have the time to go into detail as you only have a short time frame. You then only have 2 goals. 1. Describe your offer in a maximum of 3 sentences. 2. Leave a positive impression that catches someone's interest. Some examples. We help independent merchants find more customers and bind them sustainably in a simple manner. We have a marketing and loyalty program that grants owner-managed companies the opportunity to compete against online giants. We offer small and medium-sized businesses a loyalty program that usually only the big trading giants can operate and finance. We help businesses learn more about their customers and thus make targeted business decisions. We have a community of millions of customers worldwide who visit selected loyalty merchants to generate benefits for themselves. My job is to make merchants the offer of joining this corporate and customer community. Write down the applicable elevator pitch and always use the same. Do not forget to immediately ask for or confirm the phone number of your conversation partner, to contact him afterwards and make an appointment. What documents does the trained merchant marketer need to be able to conduct a perfect sales pitch? In order to convince other entrepreneurs of our business idea as quickly as possible and be able to familiarize them with our comprehensive system, including all its benefits, we have developed meaningful and effective conversation and presentation materials. These sales documents are available digitally and can be presented on a PC or a tablet. At the same time, the professional merchant marketer has a printed version so that he can gain potential new customers at any time. Content of the folder: sales brochure, overview of products and services, white label flyer, notepad, pens, calculator, door stickers. Always take your business cards with you to the appointment and hand them out. Always keep the folder tidy and make sure you have all paperwork with you. Make sure that nothing falls out when you open it and that you can find all that you need straight away. Hunting around in the folder in front of the supplier is a sign of incompetence. You will receive your sales folder following completion of the Merchant Marketer online seminars in the post. If you have already been to an offline event and acquired your Merchant Marketer status there, then you should have already received your sales folder. You also need to check your mobile terminal device before giving the presentation. Do you have the latest version of the Cashback app? Do you have a good internet connection? Can you find the loyalty merchants which are in close proximity to the interlocutor? If you are explaining the benefits of app listing to the entrepreneur, the app should be working. Have a look at the myworld.tv testimonials provided by suppliers who are already loyalty merchants, and save the links so that you can access the relevant arguments, if needed, at the end of the presentation, without having to hunt at length. Let's start with the conversation. Getting into the mood and starting the conversation. The customer is the main focus. We've all heard phrases like these before, but what do they truly mean? Every customer is different and should be treated appropriately. In order to find out what this means in this particular case, the merchant marketer should first set aside his master plan and, above all, be very attentive and listen well to what the merchant says and also expresses nonverbally. Those who only think of their product and only have sales targets in mind do not truly put the merchant in the center of their interest, and the merchant will feel it. That's why you have to ensure that you are always well prepared and equipped so that you can really listen to your conversation partner and even perceive little things that are showing you what is particularly important to your merchant. Every time you conduct a sales meeting, it is important that you follow a clear mental thread to help you stay on track during the discussion and achieve the desired result. It's more than just understanding the presentation. You also have to know how to present it. Small talk is important to some, but annoying to others. It is very important to find this out about your merchant. But there are typological differences as well. You must therefore ask yourself early on which of the following descriptions best suits your conversation partner. Determined, optimistic, calm, critical. You should use small talk only with optimistic conversation partners who seem to be relaxed and people-oriented. When dealing with a quiet conversation partner, we recommend a reserved and friendly opening. Tread carefully. When it comes to other types of merchants, it is better to minimize your small talk and communicate in a more objective way. With determined conversation partners, please get to the point quickly and talk about results. When dealing with critical conversation partners, it's best to communicate in a serious way and take your time to discuss the details. With these examples, you can already realize how important it is for the merchant marketer to be attentive and to listen well. Every sales pitch needs a good start and a good ending. The first impression is decisive, the last one too. No matter what happens or how the merchant decision turns out, make sure that he would like to see you again. If you keep this in mind, you will know what to do in each situation. People are addressed by people. Your presentation should not just be a presentation. In order to inspire your potential merchant, the experienced merchant marketer works with well-formulated questions, which are implemented at the right time and moment. Just like an exciting book, the experienced merchant marketer takes his merchant on a journey, builds up excitement, and is heading towards a happy ending. The successful merchant marketer masters the art of storytelling. To master this, the merchant marketer should know each chart of the presentation and be able to recite the audio track blindly. Memorizing is the most reliable method we know. As a beginner, as well as a professional, you will benefit tremendously if you can perform the audio track without any help. Then you are really able to perceive your conversation partner and his verbal and nonverbal reactions, and are able to keep eye contact. Make sure you speak clearly and not too fast. Avoid foreign words and technical terms. Use the language of your merchant and connect his world with your world. If you use examples your merchant can relate to. Keep eye contact with your conversation partner while telling your story. If you have memorized your lines, maintaining eye contact will be very easy. And then there is also the question of the merchant marketer's appearance. How should I dress? In general, we recommend business casual. That means a professional appearance, but not a tailored suit. Many entrepreneurs are deterred by men in suits holding briefcases. Likewise, a too casual clothing style is deemed untrustworthy. Adapt to the entrepreneur and rely on your gut feeling. When you go to a men's fashion store, a tie is essential. On the other hand, if you go to a plumber, we suggest doing so without a tie. In any case, your appearance is decisive. Maintain well-kept hair and fingernails, and avoid bad breath. Drink enough water, and take a mint if necessary.